Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Jayamshapad Paramahamsa Pari Vrajagachaja Stotar Satta Sri Simad His Divine Grace Shilabhai Charanarvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Skandiviti Founder Shri His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem se Gaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaurav Bhakta Vrindaki Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana Ki Sri Vrindavan Mathura Dham Ki Sri Dwarka Dham Ki Sri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Sri Navadip Mayapur Dham Ki Sri Mayapur Chandraday Mandir Ki Gangamai Jamunamai Ki Tulsi Devi Bhakti Devi Ki Harinam Sankirtan Ki Samaveta Bhakti Vrinda Ki Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai Shri Shri Nitai Ki Jai Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Devi Ki Jai Shri Krishna Balarama Ki Jai Shri Giri Govardhana Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Madhava Ki Jai Nitai Gaurav Premanande. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and to Sri Gauranga. All glories to Sri Prabhupada Ki. You're the translator. Okay. You've done translation before?
Yes.
Yes. You have a mic?
Yes.
I'm mic. Okay. Looks like you're all set. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksuranmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pastyatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Everyone may kindly fold their hands and repeat the following two short mantras. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 So this second mantra is less known, so everyone has to listen carefully. But it's very simple. Yeah. Om Surabhyai Namah. Om Surabhyai Namah. Om Surabhyai Namah. Mukham karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamaham bande Sri Gurum Dinataranam. Yat kripatamaham bande Sri Gurum Dinataranam. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Rama Rama. Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Jai Sri Prabhupada ki. Jai. So we are very fortunate and very happy to be here with all of you today. We means my assistant here, Jaidev Prabhu. He's come all the way from Kazakhstan. Yeah, he is a resident of Kazakhstan. And we both together have been traveling to different countries to try and speak a little bit about Krishna consciousness. So I want to thank all of you for being present for this program today. It is his first time and my first time coming to your beautiful country. And we're happy to see so many devotees here. Just wanted to share one small sad news which we received this morning. We are all part of a very large international society. By the mercy of our founder, Acharya Srila Prabhupada, who, due to his causeless mercy, brought the Vedic culture and Krishna consciousness in the Western world. Not only in the Western world, but so many places outside of Bharatvarsha, outside of India. And of course, by his powerful preaching, Srila Prabhupada attracted so many devotees, so many foreigners to take up the Krishna consciousness. And of course, now we are in the year 2026. Srila Prabhupada started his movement in 1966. So how many years is that?
60 years. Exactly 60.
60 years. Yeah, I mean, 2026 we'll be celebrating the 60th anniversary of Srila Prabhupada registering his ISKCON society. So that means that many devotees have been serving this movement for more than 50 years. And one such a devotee, actually, I don't think he's come to Mongolia, and maybe many devotees may not know him. His Holiness Badri Narayan Maharaj. Who has heard about Badri Narayan Maharaj? Maybe less, okay. He was one of our GBC members. Served for many, many years. Temple president also in America. He's from America. He was a householder for many years. And every year would come to Sri Mayapur for GBC meetings. He was a GBC member. Very dedicated, very powerful preacher. So he was visiting Vrindavan just last few weeks. So he just passed away actually yesterday somewhat suddenly. Any of us can pass away suddenly. That is the nature of the material world. And actually just before receiving this news maybe in the last 1 week, 2 other of my godbrothers also passed away. One, actually, both also from America. One is named Ekanath Prabhu. Ekanath Prabhu was very instrumental to put all of the instructions given by Srila Prabhupada in what is called the Veda base.
Veda base хэмээх одоо програм дээр Шрила Прабхупадын бүх одоо сургаал номлолыг тэгж одоо цуглуулсан хүн.
Yeah, Veda base also called folio, where all of the books, all of the lectures, all of the letters, etc. are in one place, and Ekanath Prabhu was that main person doing that.
Тэр Шрила Прабхупадын бүх захиа, бүх яриа, бүх номууд нь тэр Veda base хэмээх газар одоо байлдаг. Түүнийг одоо голчлон одоо үүнд бошлон үйлчилсэн хүн нь болохоор Ekanath Prabhu байсан.
Yeah, so he passed away maybe just probably not more than 1 week ago. And he was living in North Carolina, one state in the US. And another devotee who was also living there by the name of Ranjit also passed away. He was serving in Sri Mayapur many years ago. Very helpful in bringing up Srila Prabhupada's Samadhi Mandir in Mayapur. So like this, this is a natural, we could say, development that is taking place practically within a few years. There will not be any more proper disciples. Which means that our second, third, and fourth generation need to be more responsible. So, in memory of these three Vaishnava devotees, Ekanath Prabhu, Ranjit Prabhu, and Badri Narayan Maharaj, we can just recite 3 times the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Sri Prabhupada ki. And we should seek actually their blessings, because for so many years, so many decades actually, they were very much involved in helping spread Srila Prabhupada's mission. So, in many ways, we are closing one phase of Srila Prabhupada's mission. Means the first generation of devotees will be, in the next few years, very quickly leaving also. But Srila Prabhupada's mission is still in its very early stages. The mission of Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu is still in its early phases. And of course, in a few days, we will be celebrating the appearance of Lord Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Which should give us a good opportunity to meditate and understand more deeply.
Тэгэхээр тэр үед түүний талаар тийм үү эсвэл түүний талаар одоо илүү их мэдэх боломж олох хаа.
What is that mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu?
Chaitanya Mahaprabhuгийн тэрхүү одоо зорилт юу байсан бэ гэдгийг
How our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada conveyed to us.
Тэгэхээр тэрхүү хөдөлгөөнийг одоо бидний үндэслэгч Acharya Srila Prabhupada хэрхэн биднэрт дамжуулсан бэ гэдгийг мэдэж байна.
How Srila Prabhupada gave us the vision for spreading this mission.
Тэр Srila Prabhupada энэ хөдөлгөөнийг одоо хөгжүүлж цааш нь түгээмэлүүлэхэд ямар алсын хараатай байсан бэ гэдгийг мэдэж байна.
And how all of us in different countries around the world,
дэлхийд даяар өөр оронд байгаа чимшилтнүүд
we have many wonderful opportunities to help this mission develop.
Тэр энэхүү одоо зөвлөгийг биелүүлэхэд бид нэр одоо ямар бодны төлөв аргаар одоо төсөөлөх боломжтой.
Yes. So, Jai Prabhu is from Kazakhstan. I happen to be from Canada. We have in common cold countries, and here we are in Mongolia, another cold country.
Энэ Прабху маань одоо Казахстанаас ирсэн, би болохоор Канадаас ирсэн, хоёулаа хүүтэн газраас ирсэн. Тэгээд бид хоёр дахиад өөр нэг хүүтэн газар ирсэн байна.
So we feel very much at home. We have seen snow before. Yeah, I'm actually from a place in Canada that is northern part of Canada. It's one of the larger provinces, the province of Ontario. And the place where I took birth is very, very north, very far north. From that place, there is a train going even further north. And to give you an idea of how cold it is, the name of that train is called the Polar Bear Express. We have polar bear here? Any polar bears?
No.
Yeah. So we have polar bears. So, but the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the mercy of Srila Prabhupada is such that even people from such remote places, by the mercy of Krishna's devotees, can be attracted to Krishna consciousness.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhuгийн өршөөлний үсдээр, Srila Prabhupada-гийн өршөөлний үсдээр энэ Кришнагийн ухамсарыг ийм одоо хоол байгаа хүмүүс ч гэсэн одоо чимшилтний өршөөлний үсдээр одоо хичээлж чадж байна.
A few days ago, we were visiting, actually about a month ago, on the 31st of January. What happened on the 31st of January? Who can remember? 2026. Two important events happened. You're supposed to know at least one of them. Ah, yes. Nityananda Prabhu. Jai Nityananda Prabhu ki. So 31st of January was Nityananda Prabhu's appearance. And devotees in Ukraine chose that day to inaugurate Varnashram College. So that's, they have called their college Ahimsa College.
Ahimsa College, the Dream College.
Yeah. So just imagine, I mean, we all know how it's a difficult situation in Ukraine now. Yet the devotees are very enthusiastic for preaching.
Тэгсэн ч гэсэн чим шилтнүүд нь одоо номдол хийхдээ маш их урам зоригтой байгаа.
So we were there for about 2 weeks traveling to different places.
Бид нэр тэнд нөгөө 2-7 хоног байсан өөр газруудаар аялаад
And the devotees remained very determined to push on the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Тэнд байгаа чим шилтнүүд Chaitanya Mahaprabhu-ийн одоо хөдөлгөөнийг цааш нь өргөжлүүлэхэд маш их одоо урам зоригтой байсан.
And that mission of Lord Chaitanya will be manifest or will develop at different stages in different countries. Yeah, although the number of devotees, I believe in Mongolia, is not so big right now. 60, you mentioned. About how many? 60. But the potency and the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and Lord Chaitanya is such that that number can increase. Not only can increase, but will increase. Yes. We have been traveling, presenting some seminars. Maybe in the next few days, we're here only for a few days actually. We'll present maybe 1 or 2 of those seminars. But maybe for today, I can just give a little overview of something important that all of us should know about. Yeah. Srila Prabhupada gave to all of us many important instructions. How to spread the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the more we understand those instructions given by Srila Prabhupada, then the more we can introduce and follow those various instructions. Our Vaishnava Acharyas explain that the perfection of a disciple or of a devotee is to endeavor to understand clearly those instructions and to endeavor to the best of his or her ability to follow those instructions. Yes. So those instructions actually are contained in so many conversations and written instructions given by Srila Prabhupada. Actually, wherever I go, I generally ask what percentage of the population are in the cities and what percentage of the population are in the country. Because we are noticing a phenomena in the world today where more and more people are becoming urbanized. More and more people are leaving the more simple and natural village lifestyle.
энгийн одоо тийм тосны хөдөөний одоо тэр амьдралын хэмайгаа орхиж байгааг харж байна.
India is one country. Probably there are not so many countries like India, but India still has over 60% of the population still in villages.
Тэгэхээр энтхийг бол энтхийн 60% нь ерөнхийдөө хөдөө тосгондоо амьдарсан тийм улс байна.
Our Vedic culture is primarily based on village life.
Тэр бидний Ведийн одоо соёл Ведийн энэ зүйл бол ихэнхдээ ерөнхийдөө тосгоны хөдөөгийн амьдрал дээр тулгуурсан байна.
When we think of Vrindavan, naturally we think of village because Vrindavan is village.
Vrindavan гэдэг одоо ярих үед бид тэр хөдөө тосгоныг төсөөлгөө.
And our goal and objective is to return to that original Vrindavan in the spiritual world.
Тэр бидний зорилго бол одоо бурханлаг оронд байгаа тэр Vrindavan буцаж очих юм аа.
That we call Goloka Vrindavan.
Үүнийг бид нэр Goloka Vrindavan гэж нэрлэдэг.
And naturally, the more we can mold our lives like that Vrindavan,
Тэгэхээр бид нэр өөрсдийнхөө амьдралыг тэр Vrindavan байгаа юм шиг хэрэг хэлбэржүүлэх юм бол
then the more easy it becomes to transfer ourselves from where we are in this material world.
Тэгж чадах юм бол бид нэр энэ материалын амьдралаасаа тэнд байгаа бурханлаг одоо газар руу очиход илүү амар хэмжээтэй болно.
There are so many wonderful instructions in our different Vaishnava literatures.
Бидний Vaishnavын одоо номоос дээр маш олон одоо сургаал зааврууд байдаг юм байна.
Devotees have the entire set of Caitanya Caritamrta here?
No, not translated.
No, eh? Okay. Bhagavatam?
Not translated.
Okay. Bhagavad Gita?
Yes.
Jai. Okay. So there's a lot of nectar awaiting to be transferred or to be translated, right?
Яг нь асууж байгаа энэ Caitanya Caritamrta байгаа юу гэсэн орчуулдаг үгтэй, Bhagavatam байгаа юу гэсэн арай орчуулдаг үгтэй, тэгээд нэг Gita байгаа юу гэсэн чинь зөндөө олон гоё юм гээд одоо өгтөж, дэжүүд одоо ирэх дутуу байгаа юм байна. Ерөнхийдөө зөндөө олон гоё зүйлүүд их байна.
And I'm sure one day those will be translated so that devotees will get more nectar from these books.
Even хизээ нэгэн цагт орчуулдаг чимчилтэн түүний одоо өгтөж амлах байхаар.
Yes. Actually, even once the Bhagavatam is translated, we should know that there are other cantos of the Bhagavatam in other planets also. Yeah.
Бидний энэ нөгөө Bhagavatam-ыг ингээд орчуулах үед тэдний цаана дахиад нэг өөр нэг одоо дуулууд юм уу илүү дээд гаргууд бас байдаг юм аа.
Yes, because as Lord Brahma is praying in his in the Brahma Samhita, Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Anantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha. Anantarupam, the Lord has unlimited forms, incarnations. And through all of these different incarnations, he performs unlimited pastimes. So we have actually a whole, you know, the whole of eternity to learn more and more. We will never finish learning more about Krishna. Yes. So there's one nice verse I want to share from Caitanya Caritamrta. This verse is very, very important. Srila Prabhupada often has referred to this verse.
Шилта Прабхупад энэ одоо шүлгийг маш их одоо ишлэгдэж байсан.
Some of you may have heard also,
Зарим мэдчихэж магадгүй.
even though you don't have the book translated.
Ном нэвтрүүлэгдээгүй гэсэн зарим мэдчихэж магадгүй.
And this verse is explaining how there are 5 very, very powerful activities which can help quickly awaken our dormant love for Krishna.
Тэн дээр юу гэдэг вэ гэхээр бидний нөгөө Кришнаг одоо ойлгож ухаарах тэр хайрыг сэргээх 5 чухал үглийн талаар тайлбарлсан байдаг.
That even a small amount of association with any of these 5 activities
Энэ 5 одоо үйлдэлтэй жоохон ч гэсэн холбогдох юм бол
will very quickly help awaken Krishna prema.
бидний Кришна премаг маш хурдан одоо сэргээх боломжтой.
Yes, our goal actually is to revive this original love of Krishna.
Бидний зорилго бол энэ хүн одоо анхдагч хайраа сэргээх явдал юм аа.
Which by following these activities can quickly become awakened.
Энэ үйлдэлийг хийснээр бидний дотор байгаа тэр хайр одоо сэргэх ёстой.
And of course, it begins with sadhu sangha.
Энэ юугаар эхэлдэг вэ гэхээр саду санга
Yes.
гэдэг.
Sadhu sangha nama kirtana bhagavat sravana mathura vasa srimurtira sradhaya sevana sakala sadhana sresta epancha anga Krishna prema janamaya epanchad alpo sangha. Alpo sangha means just a small amount of association.
Албан сан саяын шүлгийн сүүлийн хэсэг дээр гардаг тэр үг бол энэ эдгээрээс жоохон одоо хүртэх юм бол эдгээрээс жоохон хүртгэл юм бол гэсэн.
Yes. And the first, which is what Srila Prabhupada gave to all of us by going to the Western countries.
Эхнийх нь болохоор Шилта Прабхупад одоо баруун орнуудад яваад биднэрт энэ бүгдийг өгсөн.
Yes. Prabhupada gave his own association to people in the Western world.
Шилта Прабхупад одоо баруун руу очиод өөрийнхөө хүрээллийг тэднэрт өгсөн. Өөртөө харьцах боломжийг тэднэрт өгсөн.
And so many fortunate souls came in contact with Srila Prabhupada.
Маш олон азтай тэм сүнснүүд Шилта Прабхупадтай холбогдоод
Amongst the many fortunate souls who came in contact with him,
түүнтэй холбогдсон маш олон одоо азтай сүнснүүдийн дундаас
those who were most fortunate became his followers and devotees.
түүнтэй уулзсан хүмүүсээс бүр хамгийн их азтай түүнийг дагагч болоод түүний шав болсон.
And they took up the mission of traveling and introducing Krishna consciousness to others.
Тэгээд тэр шавнар нь одоо энэ түүний Кришнагийн ухамсарыг бусад хүмүүс түгээх одоо зөвлөгийг одоо хүлээж авсан.
This is very nicely described in the Caitanya Caritamrta.
Үүнийг Caitanya Caritamrta
That this is exactly what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did.
Caitanya Mahaprabhu гэсэн яг үүнийг хийсэн.
When Lord Chaitanya, after taking sannyas, traveled in India,
Caitanya Mahaprabhu саньяси аваад тэгээд ингээр одоо ирсэн.
he would go from village to village.
Тосгон болгоноор ингээ орсон.
He would spend only maybe 1 or 2 days in each village.
Тэгээд тосгон бүр дээр нэг юм уу 2 хоног байсан.
And so many people would get the darshan of Lord Chaitanya.
Caitanya бурхны даршаныг маш олон хүмүүс одоо
They would receive the holy name from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Caitanya Mahaprabhu's ариун нэрийг одоо авч ирсэн.
He would induce them to chant the holy name.
Тэд нэр Caitanya Mahaprabhu тэднийг одоо ариун нэр уншихад нөлөөлж ирсэн.
He would initiate them in the chanting of the holy name.
Ариун нэрийг унших юм одоо сэхэл өгч ирсэн.
And in this way they would become inspired.
Иймэрхүү байдлаар тэд нэр урам зориг аваад
And after Lord Chaitanya left to go to another village,
тэгээд Caitanya Mahaprabhu нөгөө өөр тосгон руу явах үед
those whom he had induced to chant the holy name,
тэгээд нөгөө ариун нэрийг уншихад нөлөөсөн тэр хүмүүс
they would follow in his footsteps.
тэгээд Caitanya Mahaprabhuгийн замаар ингээд явдаг.
They would go to other villages.
Caitanya Mahaprabhu шиг тийм бусад одоо тусгай нуудад очдог байсан.
And in this way, the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu expanded.
Тэгэхээр иймэрхүү байдлаар Chaitanya Mahaprabhuгийн хөдөлгөөн одоо олон дэлгэрсэн.
So this same process we can also continue wherever we are.
Тэгэхээр яг үүндээ ижил одоо үйлийг бид байгаа газар одоо хэрэгжүүлж болно.
That is actually the standing order of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Энэ бол одоо Chaitanya Mahaprabhuгийн одоо тушаал байсан.
Pritibite ache joto nagar adigram sarvatra prachar hoibe moranam. Every town and village which is actually taking place today. So it means that all of us, if we are fortunate to receive the good association of devotees. Yeah, then it becomes our duty, our responsibility to also make others fortunate. And what is that great fortune we can give to others? It is the most important gift we can give to others is this chanting of the holy name. Yes. So therefore, sadhu sangha is the first activity. By this sadhu sangha, nama kirtan. Yes, which is, as we all know, the yoga dharma for the sage of Kali. Yes. And then the third recommended activity that we should do on a daily basis is to be hearing Bhagavata Sravana, hearing from Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah. Srimad Bhagavatam is unknown in the world today. Of course, by the efforts of Srila Prabhupada and this mission, slowly, gradually, it is becoming known. But the Bhagavatam is so important for all of us. It is what Srila Vyasadeva has summarized for people in Kali Yuga. Yes. So, sadhu sangha, nama kirtan, bhagavata sravana. The fourth one is described as Mathuravasa. Mathuravasa means whoever comes here is entering Mathura. This is Mathuravasa. Yes. Mathuravasa is not only a physical place. Mathuravasa is a consciousness that we need to develop. Yeah. We should carry this mood and mentality of Mathura Vrindavan. And one great example in the Bhagavatam is Vidura. You know the story of Vidura. Vidura was very knowledgeable about dharma. Vidura was trying to advise Duryodhana not to be so inimical to the Pandavas. So Vidura advised Duryodhana many times. But unfortunately, because Duryodhana was not in good consciousness. He could not accept those good instructions. And one day he became very impatient. And they threw out Vidura, go away, get away from here. Vidura had been, was elderly to him, had been living in the palace for many, many years. But he took it as a blessing. Actually, Prabhupada explains how whatever happens in our lives, we should take it as the mercy of the Lord. Only devotees can develop this type of understanding. So he took it as the mercy of Krishna. And he began traveling to all the holy places. Yes, he traveled. For how many years did Vidura travel? Huh? How many months or how many years?
13, 11,
15? Anyone else?
14.
14?
14. 16.
16? Okay.
30.
Who said 30? Actually, Vidura traveled for approximately 30 years. Yeah. Because we can how to understand? This happened. We know that the battle of Kurukshetra. What was Krishna's age at that time?
Kurukshetraгийн паспорт дээр Кришна хэдэн настай байсан?
100. Krishna was 95.
95.
Krishna was 95. He was a young man of 95. Did not have even one white hair like most. Because he is Navayovanam, eternally youthful. And after the battle of Kurukshetra, Yudhishthira Maharaj, he reigned for approximately 30 years. He was the king for 30 years.
Yudhishthira Maharaj.
Yudhishthira Maharaj. Yeah, Yudhishthira Maharaj. Because just when Arjuna had gone to where had Arjuna gone? Krishna.
Arjuna has.
You mean after the war?
After the war, Krishna was staying where? Yes. So Yudhishthira Maharaj wanted to get some news from Krishna. He sent Arjuna to get some news. That's all nicely described in the Bhagavatam. Arjuna came back. And immediately Yudhishthira Maharaj could understand that he had some bad news. That Krishna had finished his pastimes.
Кришна одоо 6 надмаа үлдээд ингээд дуустсан байсныг нь.
So yes, so shortly before that, it was Vidura who had visited Dwarka
Түүнээс өмнө Видур Дваркад одоо
and had instructed Dhritarashtra, who was living at the palace.
тэгээд нөгөө тэн дээр очиод нөгөө Dhritarashtra-ийн амьдарч исэн түүнд одоо зааварчлахаа өгсөн.
To actually to leave and to become fully detached.
Нөгөө сохор хаан байдаг шүү дээ. Түүнд одоо зөвлөгөө өгсөн та одоо ингээд огоор амьдралаа бодоо гэсэн зөвлөгөө өгсөн.
So all this to say that Vidura, he is described as a walking tirtha.
Тэгээд энэ дээр юу гэж хэлдэг вэ гэхээр Видурийг одоо алхаж байгаа, явж байгаа юм уу Tirtha гэж нэрлэдэг.
Tirtha means holy place.
Tirtha гэдэг нь ариун газар гэсэн.
So he visited so many holy places.
Маш олон
Vidura.
Маш олон ариун газруудаар очсон учраас
And naturally he was carrying within his heart those holy places.
тэр ариун газруудыг зүрх сэтгэлдээ ингээд одоо хадгалж явж байсан.
So all of us actually, even without visiting holy place,
Тэгэхээр бид нэр бүгдээрээ тийм үү ариун газрууд дээр очихгүйгээр хүртэл тийм үү
simply by chanting the holy name,
ариун нэрийг уншаад
performing devotional service,
чимшил үйлчлэл хийгээд
then we also develop that consciousness of holy places.
тэр ариун газруудын тэр ухамсарыг бид нэр өөрсөндөө хөгжүүлж болно.
Every single temple where the Lord is residing is a holy place.
Тэр нөгөө бурхан одоо оршиж байгаа тэр сүм болгон ариун газар.
Yeah. So this is so Mathuravasa means either visiting that Mathuravasa in India,
Матхураваса гэдэг нь нэг бол одоо энэ төвд байгаа тэр ариун газрууд дээр очих
or making our residence in our home like Mathuravasa.
аль эсвэл өөрсдийнхөө гэр орныг Матхуравас шиг одоо байлгах.
Yes. And of course the last recommended activity is Srimurti. Worshipping the Murti form of the Lord.
Хийх ёстой тав дахь үед нь болохоор Шри Мурти гэдэг Муртигийн одоо шүтэн зүрийг нь мөрчлөх ёстой.
So many wonderful instructions are there in these Vaishnava literatures.
Энэ Вайшнавын одоо судар намуудад маш олон хэрэгтэй сургаал загварууд байдаг.
Some devotees here have been to Mayapur.
Майпурт очижсэн хүмүүс байна.
Okay, quite a few devotees, yeah. So one of Prabhupada's important, we say, part of his vision for spreading Krishna consciousness which he began to speak in the early days of Sridhar Mayapur. Which is in line with a prediction of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Personalities like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they can see the future. And I'm sure you've heard how he predicted that one day in Sridhar Mayapur there will be this Adbhut Mandir, most splendorous, wonderful temple. Yes. So, as we know, what we call TOVP, Temple of Vedic Planetarium, is coming up. Is not coming up, is already up. And the official opening of that temple has been set, although it has changed a number of times, but this time cannot change. It will be next year. Yeah.
Өдрийг болохоор ингээд тогтсон байгаа. Мэдээж тэр тогтсон өдөр нь ингээд олон жилийн хугацаанд зөндөө өөрчлөгдөж ирсэн. Гэхдээ ямар ч гэсэн одоо дараа жил одоо албан ёсоор нэхээр одоо тогтсон байгаа.
Next year is a very, very important year for all of us.
Тэр дараа жилд одоо биднэрт одоо маш одоо чухал тэр цаг үе ирж байна.
Because next year we will be celebrating the Golden Jubilee, 50th anniversary of Srila Prabhupada's departure.
Тэгэхээр дараа жил бид нөгөө Шила Прабхупад буцсны юм 50 жилийн ойг юм тэмдэглэх юм өдрөө.
And on that occasion, 3 months, I believe 3 months before Srila Prabhupada's disappearance next year,
Тэгэхээр Шила Прабхупадын одоо буцсан өдрөөс 3 сарын өмнө
this is when the temple of Vedic Planetarium will be open.
тэр том сүмийг одоо нээхээр одоо тогтсон байгаа. Прабхупадын буцсан өдрөөс 3 сарын өмнө.
Yes. So whether it is in Mayapur or in other places, devotees are working very hard to help fulfill the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Mayapurт болон бусад газрын хүмүүс гэсэн Chaitanya Mahaprabhuгийн энэ зүйлийг одоо бий болгоход босгоход маш их одоо хүнээ оруулж байгаа.
And even though not every devotee, I have godbrothers who have never been to India.
Тэгэхээр надад нөгөө хизээч энтгэрүү явж байгаагүй тийм одоо ахын номын ахын ус байдаг.
Yeah. So those of you who have yet not been to India,
Та нараас нөгөө энтгэх явж байгаагүй тийм хүмүүс ч гэсэн
you should not feel so bad.
тийм одоо муугаар бодох хэрэггүй үлсдэг.
India has come to you.
Энтгэх танад хүрээд ирсэн.
Yeah, by Prabhupada's mercy, the holy name, devotees, books, in so many ways, Indian culture, Vedic culture has come.
Тэр Шила Прабхупадын өршөөлний үслээр тэр соёл, ном одоо бүх өршөөлний үсэл нь ингээд хүрээд ирсэн.
Simply we have to pray at the lotus feet of Sri Sri Gaurav Nitai. To actually become good instruments in helping spread the mission.
Энэхүү хөдөлгөөнийг цааш нь дэлгэрүүлэхэд одоо маш жоохон гэсэн хэрэгтэй чухал одоо бага зэрэг нь одоо босож өгөөч гэж залбирах хэрэгтэй.
Unless we receive some special mercy from the Lord or His devotees,
Бид нэр одоо Бурханаас эсвэл түүний чимшилтнүүдээс тэр тусгай айц зөрүүлийг авахгүй юм бол
we cannot be successful in preaching Krishna consciousness.
бид нэр Кришнагийн ухамсарыг номлоход амжилтанд хүрч чадахгүй.
Yeah. Kali Yuga Dharma Harinam Sankirtan Krishna Shakti Vinanahi Tar Pravartan. This is explaining how at present we are in Kali Yuga, which is the Yuga Dharma is the chanting of the holy name.
Бид нэр одоо Кали Юга Кали ирдээр байгаа. Энэ ирний хийх ёстой зүйл бол хариу нэрийг автсан байна.
But unless one becomes especially empowered by the Lord, it is not possible to actually spread this mission. So by this we can understand how empowered Srila Prabhupada was and is. Even so many years after Srila Prabhupada's physical disappearance, the mission of Lord Chaitanya is spreading and expanding more and more. Yeah. So we will choose a few topics in the next few days to discuss. And let's see, because it's our first time to Mongolia, we would like to hear, I would like to hear, I'm sure he would like to hear also, some kirtan from our devotees here in Mongolia. Yes, and we can also take some questions that devotees may have also. Yes. Today's program is supposed to go till what time? 6 p.m. Yes.
Асуулт байвал гэсэн үг. There's one question.
Yes.
If one wants to do some service, there's so many
Challenges.
so many obstructions in the way. Why is that?
Yes. We're living in a very, we're living in Kali Yuga. The whole atmosphere is very polluted. Atmosphere is very polluted. And we should know that all of us, we have been in this conditioned state for many, many lifetimes. So even though we have this great fortune to come in contact with devotees, the forces of Maya are very, very strong. Yes. But the process has nicely been given, explained by our acharyas. And the more carefully, the more cautiously we apply those principles, then Krishna, seeing our sincere endeavor, will help us to actually meet and conquer over these various challenges. Yes. So that is the nature of the material world. Yes. Of course, we have personalities like Queen Kunti Devi, who met with so many challenges. Not only Queen Kunti, but many other great personalities like Prahlad Maharaj, Srila Haridas Thakur, who have met with many obstacles and challenges. And of course, the wonderful prayers of Queen Kunti, she is praying for these difficulties actually to come. We are praying for these difficulties to go away. She's praying for them to come. That's the difference in mentality. Why she is having this mood or mentality? Because she is explaining that these different obstacles and difficulties are an opportunity to take more and more shelter of your lotus feet. It is natural and it is expected that as long as we are in the material world, the material world is a place of difficulty. Is a place of problems. Is a place of ever present challenges in life. These are present so that they are meant to be incentives for us to surrender more and more to Krishna.
Энэ одоо хэцүү зүйлүүд угаасаа байдаг. Гэхдээ эдгээр нь биднийг тийм үү Кришнад өөрийгөө даатгахад одоо хэрэгтэй тэр одоо түлхсэн болж идэм юм аа.
Yes, and if we maintain this type of mood and mentality,
Ийм сэтгэл зүйлтэй, ийм төлөв байдалтай байж чадах юм бол
then there is no problem or no challenge in life
тэр амьдралд одоо ямар ч асуудал, ямар ч одоо сорилт
that can prevent us from actually advancing in Krishna consciousness.
биднийг одоо Кришнагийн хонсорт илүү дээшлэхэд илүү хөгжихийг одоо зогсоож чадахгүй.
Challenges and problems come for two reasons.
Тэр асуудлууд болон сорилтууд хоёр учир шалтгааны улмаас ирдэг.
Most of us have forgotten, we don't know our previous activities.
Бид нөгөө өмнөх үйлдэлээ ингээд мэдтгүү.
We should know that because we are still here in this material world,
Бид нөгөө энэ материал ертөнцид байгаа болохоор
it is a result of so many sinful activities in the past.
нөгөө бидний энэ материал ертөнцид байна гэдэг чинь өөрөө бидний өмнө хийсэн маш олон тэр нүгэл төвлүүдийн үр дагавраа гэдгийг ойлгох хэрэгтэй.
And we are suffering the results of those sinful activities.
Бид нэр тэр өмнөх одоо нүгэл төвлүүдийнхаа одоо үр дагаврыг одоо эдэлж байгаа.
Yes, that is one reason.
Энэ бол нэг учир шалтгаан наа.
Another reason
Өөр нэг учир шалтгаан
is that Krishna himself will create situations for his devotees.
Тэр нь юу вэ гэхээр Кришна өөрөө тийм үү тэр асуудлуудыг одоо чимшилтнүүдтэй ингээд өгдөгөө.
To help them further advance in spiritual life.
Тэрийг одоо бурханлаг одоо төвшөнд бурханлаг хөгжүүлэлт илүү хурдан ахиасаа гэсэн үднээс энэ одоо бэрхшээлүүдийг өгдөгөө.
So Krishna promises in the Bhagavad Gita
Бхагавад-гита дээр Кришна амлдаг
that my devotees will never be vanquished,
миний одоо чимшилтнүүд хизээж өггүй болохгүй.
regardless of one's material situation.
Материалын нөхцөл байдал нь ямар байгаа нь хамаагүй миний чимшилтнүүд хизээж дуусна уу болохгүй гэдэг.
So we should take it in the positive way
Үүнийг бид нөгөө эерэг хандлаар одоо харах хэрэгтэй.
as opportunities to remember Krishna,
Кришнаг санд урсах одоо боломж юм байна гэж харах хэрэгтэй.
reminding us to become more surrendered and more determined.
Маш их улам илүү шийдвэрийг улам илүү ингээд өөрийгөө даатгсан тийм байдалтай явах хэрэгтэй юм байна гэж ойлгох хэрэгтэй.
Yes, this is the mood and mentality all of us need to develop.
Ийм одоо төлөв байдлыг, ийм сэтгэл зүг бид нэр бүгдээрээ өөрсдөө хөгжүүлэх ёстой.
Yeah, we are still in the material world
Бид нэр материал ертөнцид байсаар л байгаа.
because we have not yet fully surrendered to Krishna.
Бид нэрт өөрсдөө бурханд одоо Кришнад 100% даатгаагүй учраас материал ертөнцид байсаар л байгаа.
Once we fully surrender to Krishna, we have no business in the material world.
Бид нэрт өөрсдөө 100% ингээд даатчих юм бол материал ертөнцид байгаад ашигтай болно.
So best is to absorb ourselves, keep ourselves busy in preaching activities,
Тэр өөрсдөө ингээд номдох болон одоо чин бишлийн өгөх хэрэгт одоо завгүй байх хэрэгтэй.
and in developing our individual personal Krishna consciousness.
Мөн дээрээс нь өөрсдийн хувийн тэр Кришнагийн хомсраа хөгжүүлэх хэрэгтэй.
Yes. And as Srila Prabhupada nicely explains, the most important quality for Vaishnava is to think about the unfortunate living entities who have yet to receive this knowledge of Krishna consciousness. We should try to meditate on our great fortune. It's such a great fortune to somehow, even though we may be so new and so young in Krishna consciousness, we are so fortunate to have this opportunity. How many people have come in contact with Krishna?
Хэдэн хүн одоо Кришнатай ингэ холбогдож чаддаг билээ?
Very small percentage.
Маш бага хувь.
Yeah. So when we read the instructions given by Srila Rupa Goswami, in both the nectar of instruction and the nectar of devotion, then we will get the necessary understanding how to progress in our devotional activities. Yeah. As we were mentioning a little earlier, devotee sees all such situations as mercy of the Lord. Yeah. Ordinary people cannot develop such understanding. Some other?
About the powerful story.
Huh?
About the powerful story of
He's
your
asking,
life
can I
story.
ask about your leg?
About?
What happened to your leg? He's asking.
Krishna gives and he sometimes takes away. Isn't it? The same understanding or same philosophy means whatever happens to all of us, there is a particular purpose behind it. And we have to learn to see it as Krishna's mercy. Yeah. We should be happy and satisfied that we are able to render even a small amount of devotional service. Yeah. So we'll tell that some other time. Here in Mongolia, do you have what is called like sanghas, namhata sanghas or Bhakti VRIKSHA groups?
Bhakti VRIKSHA гэдэг Монгол байдгүй.
Not yet? Okay. We should never say no. It's like, not yet. In India, they have a nice practice that when someone is going away from some place, they don't say, I'm going, they say, I'm coming. No one likes the idea of going. So, I'm coming.
Christian.
Yes.
Яг гол асуулт нь яг Bhakti VRIKSHA-г яаж хөгжүүлэх вэ?
Одоо энэ амлаад яаж хийвэл одоо бүхэнтэй одоо ер нь community хандлага ямар байна гэдэг зөвхөн онлайн гэдэг нь эсвэл одоо хэд болтой видео нэтэн видео нэгнээс үсгээд тавтай болж байна.
Юу тавтай юм?
Онлайн нэг юм уу
He's asking about related to Namahata and Bhakti VRIKSHA and also about the preaching. What kind of preaching is effective nowadays? Like online preaching, like offline preaching, like what direction is going about preaching?
What direction is the preaching taking today?
Yes.
Yeah, the trends.
The trend.
Up to date.
Preaching.
You want some updates.
Update.
What's happening in international communities?
There's many different things happening. What is especially important for us is to understand let's say the main program Srila Prabhupada has given. It is true that since COVID-19, a lot of people, a lot of devotees also have taken up to online preaching. Yeah, there's good scope, very large scope to reach out to many people online. And important to know, for example, the main areas that Prabhupada recommended. Yeah, there is a small book or essay that maybe is less known called Gita Nagari. Gita Nagari. How many have heard of Gita Nagari? One. Okay, yeah. Gita Nagari is something that Srila Prabhupada wrote in 1956. He published this essay in his Back to Godhead magazine. And he basically gave or shared his vision of how to spread the mission of Lord Chaitanya. Yes. And he divided that mission into 4 basic phases. Yeah. Maybe Jaidev can mention those 4 phases. Yeah. Because he's hearing it all the time, so he's just not just slowly.
Okay, first phase is called movement, Sankirtan movement. And if we describe what is Sankirtan movement, it's distributing of books and holy name, like Harinam. So first what we do, we distribute books, invite new people, do Harinam. So then once somebody attracted,
Тэгээд хэн нэгэн үүнд ингээд татагдах юм бол
we invite him, right? And
тэгээд өрдөг гинэ.
yeah, where we invite in the temple.
Тэгээд тэднийг одоо сүм дээр өрдөг.
That's why second movement calls temple worship movement.
Хоёр дахь хувийг нь болохоор сүмийн шүтээнд үүсгэх.
Like here we have temple and we have deities and we worship in the temple.
Тэгэхээр энд одоо сүм байна, шүтэн байна. Тэгээд шүтээнд үүсгэж байна.
So like all of us came from hearing some lecture or books, and we came to temple and we are hearing some more lectures, right? So the sangha. Then we become more serious.
Тэгээд бид нар нөгөө ямар нэг ном уншаад ч юм уу лекц сонсоод хурж ирдэг. Тэгээд энд хурж ирээд дахиад илүү ингээд гүнзгийрүүл сонсдог.
And we want to do some serious steps. We take initiation.
Тэгээд энэ үнд илүү нөхцөлтэй хандаад надад сахилын самбар авдаг.
That's why third movement calls spiritual initiation movement.
Тэгээд гурав дахь хувийг нь болохоор spiritual
Initiation.
бурханлаг одоо сахил гэдэг нэртэй.
And so these three movements, all of us already know. And the fourth movement,
Дөрөвдүгээр нь
we take initiation, we become serious. And we want to build something more out of not just small temple, we want to build something more, we want to build our community, Vaishnava communities, which is called classless society.
Ямар ч гэсэн ингээд сүм дээр ирээд илүү ингээд нөхцөлтэй хандаад одоо сахил самбар аваад тэгээд тийм одоо нийгэмлийг одоо бүтээх тийм үе.
So classless society means society without class. Everyone equal, yeah, by the name, if we translate.
Classless гэхээс ямар ч ингээд анги одоо юу гоо давхраггүй тийм одоо бүгд одоо ижил төвшөнд одоо оршдог тийм нийгэмлийг бүтээх.
And we know that every one of us equal because we are all servants of Krishna, right?
Бидний бүгд Кришнагийн одоо алдтууд учраас бүгд одоо тэнцүү гэдэг байна.
And Prabhupada says that we are all equal, but at the same time we are different.
Бид нэр Шрила Прабхупад юу гэж хэлдэг байсан бэ гэхээр бид нар бүгдээрээ ижилхэн гэхдээ бас ялгаагүй өөр гэж хэлдэг байсан.
All of us has different nature, like somebody is more Brahmanical.
Бид нар нөгөө ижилхэн ч гэсэн бидний мөн чанар нь жоохон өөр, зарим нь илүү жоохон махманы шин чанар, мөн чанартай ч юм уу тийм.
Somebody is more into management.
Зарим нь болохоор менежмент хийх одоо өдөртөх одоо мөн чанартай ч юм
Somebody
уу.
into trading.
Зарим нь илүү холбоо наймаа хийх мөн чанартай ч юм уу.
That's why Prabhupada said that Krishna said that he established four varnas.
Тийм учраас одоо Кришна дөрвөн ангийг одоо бүтээсэн гэж хэлсэн.
Right, and the four divisions of life for ashramas.
Дөрвөн ашрам гэдэг амьдралын хэлбэрийг үүсгэсэн.
Yeah. So that's why it calls varnashrama.
Яа, тийм учраас үнийг варна ашрам гэж нэрлэгээ.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So Srila Prabhupada actually gave those very broad lines many years ago.
Шрила Прабхупад энэ хүү одоо жажин шугамыг маш олон жилийн өмнө биднэрт өгсөн.
And therefore, to attract Srila Prabhupada's mercy,
Тийм учраас Шрила Прабхупадын бушуулийн хүслийг өөрсөндөө татахын тулд
and to attract the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhuгийн бушуулийн хүслийг өөрсөндөө татахын тулд
Yeah, all of us should be endeavoring to push forward, introduce these different phases of the preaching.
Үүнийг ингийн тулд бид нэр энэ дөрвөн одоо үе шатыг энэ дөрвөн зүйлийг айжмаар ингээд өсгөшүүлэх хэрэгтэй.
Yeah. So those are the main areas that we should be especially focused on.
Энэ дөрвөн зүйл дээр бид нэр одоо төвлөрөх хэрэгтэй.
There's no better way to introduce people to Krishna consciousness than giving them a book, for example.
Шинээр хүмүүсийг ном өгөхөөс өөрөөр илүү гоё одоо
So
гоё хамгийн сайраа надад тэр байдаг.
So we can do that by physically meeting somebody.
Үүнийг бид нэр өөрсдийн биеэрээ очиод тийм үү хийж болно.
Or we can do it through different types of online preaching.
Эсвэл үүнийг одоо цахимаарч юм уу олон төрлийн одоо зүйлээр өгч болно.
According to different situations.
Нөхцөл байдлаас шалтгаалаад өөр янзаар өгч болно.
Yeah. But the one area which is less maybe taken up or less understood is the fourth one.
Эдгээрээс одоо хамгийн бага хүмүүсийн ойлгодог хамгийн бага одоо төгссөн зүйл юу вэ гэхээр дөрөвдөх үш.
And actually here in Mongolia you have aspects of that fourth one.
Ер нь бол Монголд тийм та нарт одоо тэр дөрөвдөх үш шатын одоо шин чанарууд нь байгаа.
Because by nature and by history the people of Mongolia have been very closely connected with nature. Keeping cows, keeping different animals. Yes. Of course, well, I think even now, what percentage of the population are nomadic here in Mongolia? About 30%. About 30%. Yeah, correct. Yeah. Of course, Vedic culture is teaching to become localized. Vedic culture is teaching, explaining the importance of becoming localized. Localized? You know, localized to be at one place. But there's a big difference between localized in cities and localized in villages. Modern day trend, as we discussed earlier, is that more and more people are becoming localized in urban cities. They have the idea of localized, but in the wrong place. Our model, our example is Vrindavan. It's one of the many reasons Krishna has appeared in this world. Isn't it? Krishna appears in the world to re-establish dharma. And the more we follow dharma, then the more we are closer to Krishna. So Krishna performed his pastimes in the village of Vrindavan. Of course, he left Vrindavan to go to Mathura and Dwarka. But we know that when Krishna was in Dwarka, what was Krishna meditating on? He was meditating on Vrindavan. Yeah. The queens of Dwarka could not understand why Krishna seems to be so absent-minded. The Supreme Personality of Godhead became absent-minded in Dwarka. Yeah. And of course, Krishna was not, it is explained that Krishna was happy in Mathura. He was more happy in Dwarka. And he was most happy in Vrindavan. Yeah. Because Vrindavan is that natural, original place where one's spiritual life can fully be developed.
Vrindavan бол одоо бурханлаг тэр одоо хүсэл бурханлаг хөгжил нь бүрэн дүүрэн одоо хөгжих боломжтой тийм газар.
And Vrindavan lifestyle is that ideal lifestyle which can fulfill all of our material necessities of life.
Vrindavan-ы одоо тэр төрлийн одоо амьдралын хөвшил нь одоо бид нэр ингээ амьдралтай хэрэгжүүлэх ёстой тэр амьдралын хөвшлээ.
And that lifestyle is very much connected and centered around caring for cows.
Тэр амьдралын хөвшил нь ерөнхийдөө ихэнхдээ нөгөө үнэийг асран хамгаалах тэр төвлөрдгөө Vrindavan.
So I must say, when I entered the temple a little earlier, I had darshan of Prabhupada's altar.
Тэгээд нөгөө сая сүмдэр ирээд Prabhupada багшийн алтарыг хараад
And I've never seen any altar of Prabhupada having cows right beside him.
тэгээд Prabhupada багшийн хоёр талдаа үнэтэй байх тийм одоо дүрийг харж байгаагүй.
So this is, you have good consciousness.
Танад ихлээр тийм одоо зөв ухамсар байна гэсэн.
Usually we see lions beside Srila Prabhupada. Lions. You know, in Mayapur, yeah.
Нөгөө Майпур идэвх нөгөө Prabhupada хоёр талд нь нөгөө арслан байгаа.
Because Guru is like lion.
Яагаад гэвэл гүрүү хүн чиг арслан мэдгээд учраас.
But here you have cows.
Харин та нарын доктор үнэ байна.
You have cows with